Welcome to the Eagles Watch TV. It has been a thing of great happenings in our dear country Nigeria, and so many news has been going about the killings of Christians, especially in the northern part of Nigeria. Where with me is Comrade Emmanuel Karanga.
Yeah, I'm happy to be with you guys today. Thank you for tuning in. Bless you.
Okay, because of the recent happenings in our dear nation Nigeria, where there have been arguments about genocide, especially the killing of Christians in the northern part of our nation. We also have the intervention of the US government. It is so well known that there was a tweet online by Donald Trump, the US president, on working on eradicating the killings of Christians. On this base, there have been various opinions on the United States of America invading Nigeria, and some with the various views of him or the Department of War not coming. So over to you, Committee Manager. What is your view? What is your take on this matter?
Okay, personally for me, there might be arguments about using the word genocide for the killings, but nobody will disagree that there are no killings in the north. There have truly been agreements. Even the Nigerian government has agreed that there are killings of Christians in Nigeria, just that they did not occur well with them in the word genocide. Okay, there have been series of killings. In fact, the killings that are not reported are more than those that are reported. A lot of persons, a lot of lives have been wasted. So for me personally, it is not a matter of sovereignty, which we actually want to talk about. But we know that every state is sovereign, every state is independent, and until a state wants another state to intervene in their domestic issue, they are not supposed to intervene. I know that's the argument of the Nigerian government. But if you look at it very well, we actually need this. We are talking about lives. We are talking about, and Section 14 of the Nigerian Constitution talks about the primary goal of every government is to protect lives and properties. It talks about the protection of life and properties of citizens by the government. So if that is the primary goal of every government, what's the government doing? What's the debate about it's not a genocide, it is a genocide? Is that what we should be talking about? We should be talking about the lives of the people that are lost on a daily basis. People are still dying, even up till now. People are still dying. America did not say they are coming tomorrow. It said if the government does not do anything about it, if they are redundant about doing anything about it, then they will invade. So what I expect from the Nigerian government is to do something now. They should act now. Okay. If you look at the matter, if you look at the intricacies of this matter that we're talking about, you will see that these people were actually brought into this country. See, a lot of these terrorists are foreigners. People who are jobless and were brought in, although some of them, majority of them are fully Muslim extremists. So because of this thinking, they were brought for political reasons. Now they have come into the country, they have been used for that purpose, they were abandoned, and after they were abandoned, they go into killing of people. I think
to what you are saying. You see, this is a system. Like I will repeat, I think I heard the philosopher saying something a couple of weeks ago. Boko Haram banditry is not a camp, and it's an ideology. And as an ideology, there are people that sponsor an ideology. There are people that finance an ideology. True. And this ideology will stay for long. It can only be eradicated with two ways. You know, in political science, they tell you that you can enforce peace. So in as much peace is not just what you communicate, you go in a meeting, and you can enforce it. It's like two people fighting and you say, you don't do now. You say, no, you never do. You put belts, you follow one. Peace can be enforced in that way. So I think the US has what it takes to enforce peace in Nigeria's jurisdiction. I'm coming from somewhere because by talking about life and property, we're talking about sovereignty. What is life? What is even sovereignty without security and the life of the citizens? And the number one role of the government is to secure the lives of citizens. So if the government cannot, in quotes, doesn't mean we don't have the ability to, but there may be one or two loopholes and things that are making it more possible for the government to eradicate these killings. I think if you check up the girls that were kidnapped, you hear things about one of the girls, she was saying something that she was in the forest, this same bandit. And a day she sleeps at least 7 of our guys.
See.
7.
Let me just.
And these people, you know, they don't. They are not like it's not. Let me not go there. In fact, they are not. Their marriage is not. Let's leave that part.
Let's leave that part. But see, in as much as I will tend to bend a little to what you are saying, I must also let us understand this. Now, for those who study foreign policy, now there are principles of foreign policy when we touch foreign policy, and one of those principles is equality of all states. That all states, all nations, all countries, yes, per se, are equal, even in UN elections. If United States of America in UN election have 1 vote, Nigeria also has 1 vote. Okay, and there's also the principle of non-interference in the domestic affairs of another state. This is a domestic affair of Nigeria per se. So in as much as United States of America has the capacity to actually do what they want to do, I will also kick against them not coming. Rather, I will suggest that our government should take proactive steps towards killing these people. You cannot tell me that militants, bandits, terrorists are more stronger than trained military men. Some of them will even sent to Israel, we sent to America and other places for training. No, unless we are trying to politicize the killings. So United States of America, whether they like it or not, because see this peacekeeping mission did not start today. United States of America have gone to places like Iraq, Iran, and the rest of them. Up to today, those people are still fighting. We don't want that. Don't forget that we have what we call neo-colonialism, and that's the system of ground. You think now, currently as Africans, China is currently in charge of us, whether you like it or not. They are the neo-colonialists. That's what America is trying to do. They are trying to gain dominance over China. So we should not be ignorant of the advice of the whites.
No, they will be ignorant.
That's it.
They will be ignorant.
We cannot be ignorant.
I will say this in quote. You said something about foreign policy, which we understand that every state is equal, and every state has given the ability and capacity to manage their own internal issues.
Yes.
Without interference.
Yes.
But I think in this same foreign policy, there are some reasons and there are some things that will happen in the state with interference. One is life.
Okay.
When the life of people, citizens are taken by bandits, by herdsmen, and so on and so forth, there should be interference. That protocol should be broken.
See, the interference.
Why I repeat that protocol should be broken is because, for example, now, you cannot tell me that they are killing Christians, killing citizens, killing people, raping people, taking up their rights, destroying properties consistently for more than 15 years.
See.
And this thing is only affecting Nigeria because you see Nigeria is like a covering to Africa today. Nigeria, anything that affects Nigeria tends to affect Africa.
True. Nigeria is the big brother of Africa.
You get it now. So if the people of Africa is battling with something for 15 years and nothing can be done about it, I think they need interference.
Man of God.
Because for example, if you are married to your wife and for 15 years you guys cannot manage your issue, and it's becoming an issue of concern to everybody, the family will intervene.
America is not the one that is directly affected by our issues.
But I think that the world power.
Let me come like this.
I think that the world power, they have the rights to.
The Economic Community of West African States has an arm called ECOMOG,
Okay.
the military arm of ECOWAS. Now they are specially put in place for issues around
if the big brother of Africa cannot manage that issue,
around the West African states.
Okay.
Now nations outside can only come into our domestic affairs, such as insecurity. In cases of UN, that's why we belong to international organizations.
Okay.
The United Nations if they take this issue serious and they believe that the country we are supposed to cry to them, that's how it's supposed to be.
I think people
America cannot wake up as a nation, even if America is in world power, to say that I'm telling you, brother, that there's a cold war underneath this thing.
Yes.
Funny enough, so let me tell you what happened. After America brought that publication, China spoke on this issue.
Yeah.
China was in support. China kicked against America.
True.
But let me tell you, there have been permutations that China is in support of the terrorist attacks in the north because of the solid minerals that we have in the north.
True.
So if you look at it very well, let me tell you, it is better for us, it is better for the example you gave, husband and wife, to settle their issues amicably, no matter how long that issue will be, than bringing third party into it to settle it. It is better for us so that the effects, now even if a third party is to come, they are supposed to be signed agreements. This is what you are coming to do. After you do it for this period of time, if it works, you go. If it does not work for this period of years, you go.
But that's the agreement.
That's not the agreement.
He made a tweet and said, if the Nigerian government, there's an if, cannot handle this particular situation, the US will have to come. But now
So what's the agreement?
we are trying to manage this situation that we not managed for 15 years. We heard that they killed again in Borno and kidnapped a general.
See, they are the paid masters. US is speaking like paid. See, Donald Trump, let me not even go into the US per se. But Donald Trump, before Donald Trump, US was seen as the arrangement was US, then others. US first. But Donald Trump takes US as only US. So other nations are nothing aside US. You see, series of issues, series of countries. So my own argument is that it is better for us as a nation. The Nigerian government should have sense now. When it is not late, they should better have sense now and go into action. Those terrorists, those boys are more difficult for our military to take care of. I know that very well.
I think I'll come in. If you say Nigeria should wake up,
Yes.
I'm not sure how to wake up because you see prominent men in offices,
They
holding positions,
have
are
to
still
wake
saying there's no killing, there's no genocide.
They have to wake up. They have to wake up. See, there's genocide.
Let's agree that the Nigerian government should wake and do the needful. But in quote, the inability for the Nigerian government to achieve this, I support an invasion. Because if a husband who is the head of a home cannot provide the necessity needs of the family, I think the family has to go out and get something for themselves.
I want to ask you a question. If you are a father, you have a household of your own, you have your own house, you have wives and you have your kids, and you have issue within the family and you are not able to resolve, will you be happy that another man, me for example, comes and tell you that, bros, if you cannot handle this issue by so time, or okay, US did not actually give time, if you cannot handle this issue, I'm watching you, I'll come and handle it, and maybe I will even take your wife from you.
Did you get there? You see why we don't have the role of bad leaders in the earth in Nigeria. Is we should not make it known to the world that Nigeria has the worst leaders in Africa on the earth. Nigeria has prominent leaders. Nigeria has good leaders.
I want to say something.
Okay.
Let me just say something. You continue. Now, this is the statistic that US gave. The statistic is this. So we are not saying that the killings are not happening. That's not what I'm saying. This is the statistic. That if in the world, there are places killings have been happening. If 100% killings of Christians have been happening in the world, about 60% of those killings happen in Nigeria.
That's the statistics.
About 60%, say 1/3 of the killings they happen in Nigeria. Is that not a genocide?
But
That's a genocide. But I'm telling you,
I can disagree with that.
that is the statistic that you have brought. That is
there's
the
more killings
statistic.
in Nigeria than in Iraq.
Yes, that's the funny thing.
Actually,
In nations, yes,
there's
in
more
nations
killings in
where
Nigeria in Afghanistan.
Yes, that's the problem. The statistic they brought out is that in nations where there is no freedom of religion, the amount of Christians that are killed are lesser than that compared to Nigeria, where there is freedom of religion and freedom of association.
Oof, it's getting more tougher, it's getting more deeper, it's getting more longer. Opinions will keep counting until we keep moving to the permanent site. I will pray the permanent site of this situation is whether Nigeria is invaded or not. The government has what it takes to eradicate the killing of both Christians, of both citizens, and of both Nigerians. Security is a #1 factor. In fact, security is what we need, and the life of people and their properties matters a lot. We keep on this base. We don't have your own opinion. You have your own opinion. You can push in something out there, but I'll still my comment, even if it's rejecting the invasion of America. I will say it. If a man or a husband cannot provide for his household and do the needful, I think his neighbor should take his wife and do what he can do without the family. And that's how we end it for this wonderful day. Stay tuned again. This Watch TV got your back. Thank God that news, and you have your opinion in the comment section. Thank you. I remain comrade. Good luck. It's fine.